Yo, what's good? It's JR the Boss Man here from the Boss Man Show, BS3 TV, Believe Network, here bringing you your Braves recap. This is your Braves recap for July 18th. The Braves come out the break, scored some runs. I know Snitker talked about wanting to have the guys score some runs, feel like it's turning around for the team. And to get 7 runs, come out of the break, had some days off, could give you some hope that things are going to turn around for the Braves against the Yankees, a team that Snitker said is tough for 27 outs, top to bottom. And the Braves got 6 innings of scoreless ball from Strider today on 96 pitches, by the way. Aaron Bummer came in, gave up 3 runs, which are kind of for the Yankees, 3 runs in the 7th inning there. He was lifted, but you see Ozzy obviously a 3-run homer as well. You got on base, guys making things happen on base. 3 or 5 runs in scoring position, so you're scoring guys when you had the opportunity to score them. The Yankees guy was out of the first inning. He was out in the first inning, and that's what we talked about a lot prior to the break. It's about getting the Braves to get some runs on the board so the pitchers don't feel so stressed out, because right now this team has no margin of error, whether it be pitching or hitting. If too many runs are scored, they might not be able to make them up. But if you give the guys, starters, some room just to let loose and throw strikes, not flight, they have to make the perfect pitch every time. They will be better for it. So pitching and hitting have to work in concert. And when you get there going into the game of baseball, it's good for you. But Strider's looking better and better. Throwing strikes, the slider's effective as well. So it's gonna be a tough series against these Yankees, though. The Yankees are a tough team to deal with. Just know that. Tough to deal with. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. For the Atlanta Braves, but today was a good day. Very good day for the Braves, we must say. So we'll keep plugging away these Braves recaps. Braves improved to 43 and 53 after today's win against the New York Yankees. So we'll stick and stay with you here. Boss Man Show, BS3 Network, BS3 TV. We in there. Check out some clips. Today's post-game pressers.
How impressed you were, what you were thinking?
Yeah, he confused me. I was asking the umpire for another ball. I thought it was foul and out of play, so it's a good thing that the ball didn't get away at third, because I would have been nowhere near where I needed to be. So, he's a good baseball player and a good actor too. That was a great deke.
Between that and the plays by Harris.
Yeah, it was a great play by Nacho. Just tracking the ball. Obviously, there's some hazards down there, and very selfless and athletic play. We know he's a phenomenal athlete and what he's capable of. So it's been good to have him up here and see him this last week, and glad to have him in the lineup.
How nice for all stars to get out of that first inning with the runner on, and then induce that double play from Grisham.
Yeah. It's nice. They're a more patient offense. I don't want to, be wrong, but I think they're maybe the lowest swing rate in baseball right now. So that's generally indicative of a pretty good offense. They know what they want to do. Saw some good adjustments second time through the lineup from them. So that makes it hard for sure. That's goal number one as a pitcher, at least for me. I think for everybody, but to make guys swing. So. When they're coming up with an approach to be patient and really look for a zone that they want to hit in, it's you gotta be willing to fall behind and make pitches from behind, and so I thought we did a good job, and Drake did a great job. So it ended up working out.
You mentioned want to be better with runners on base, making better pitches. Did you feel like you were better tonight?
Yeah. I think, it's just kind of a balance of, they're acknowledging the importance of those moments, and also kind of maintaining a kind of calm and like patient demeanor at the same time. So if that makes any sense. So you do have to acknowledge that those are big moments and big pitches consequently, but there's nothing to do besides kind of refocus on what matters and your strengths. So that was definitely something I worked on talked about this break, and kind of an emphasis coming into the start.
Layoff like that, to have a slider that was as consistent as yours was tonight.
Yeah, it was. I feel like it's been pretty consistent. It seems like the one or two mistakes with it that I make in a game just cost me, and that's how it goes. But it's playing well, and I've been confident in it. So like I was saying, with their patience in general through the lineup, it can be tough to rely on that strike the ball chase pitch sometimes, but and they had some really good takes and some really good at bats where they laid off some good ones. So I think Baldy just mixed well to keep them kind of off of it enough, and ended up making it work.
At what point in time? It was the roar of the crowd, something.
Yeah, the reaction of everybody's heads turning to third base. Like I said, I was asking for a ball from the umpire, so I'm glad that it was a good throw, because, like I said, I was not going to be where I needed to be. I was not where I needed to be, so that's honestly on me. Big screw up.
Spencer, on the start, we sat in here and you were kind of beating yourself up a little bit. Since then, you've been really good. Kind of what clicked for you ever since that start?
Nothing clicked. I think there was a conscious kind of reset just on establishing strengths and kind of taking a step back and take a couple steps forward. There's so many things that you kind of have to undo and I guess refine coming out of a rehab program. It's not something I had to focus on when I had Tommy John in 2019 because the 2020 season got cut short. So there was kind of a period built in for me to do a lot of those things, but I'm trying to do a lot of it now in the season. And it's different, and obviously this is the highest level of baseball, so you don't have a lot of room to work on things in a game, but sometimes you kind of have to accept that that's where you are. So, and I think just being on the same page with the catchers and with what's going to give us the best chance to succeed, and kind of them making sure that I stay within the parameters of what I'm capable of doing. I think that was a big focus at that point.
One more for Spencer.
Fast having that week or so off can do for the club.
Yeah, I think I don't know, honestly. It's a complicated question. I think some guys probably benefited from really getting away from it, and other guys like myself, I threw a bullpen and kind of stayed active and really worked on some stuff. But I think it's not the halfway point of the season. We know, that was like a month ago. So it still functions as a bit of a delineation. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what it does. But we know that whatever the statistical probability of us, having the season from here on that we want to have, whatever that is, doesn't really matter. Ultimately, we've got to show up every day, and our job for the rest of the season is to try to win the game we're playing today. So once the game starts, that can be the only focus, and I think that's going to give us the best chance anyways.
Thanks.
Throw and nachos, the tag, and everything.
It's all, well, my reaction was pretty, I was really happy because it got us out of that inning. That was like a Roberto Clemente throw where he whirled, and Nacho did a good job just kind of standing there, and That was big too. I mean, Spencer was working his tail off all the whole game, so any help he could get like that was huge.
To come out of the break like this?
Well, it's good. I mean, especially being off, and you just never know what shape you're going to be in after you've had some time off. But guys came out, swung the bats well, played really good defense, and like I said, Spencer, it wasn't easy for him, but he ground his way through 6 innings, which was pretty good, really good.
Power hitter in the third spot, but he's pretty confident that Riley will resume his post when he returns.
I don't know about that. I kind of like him there. I like that in top 3 right there. I think that's pretty good. I've always envisioned him being that guy to me. Yeah, and we'll see, but yeah, I don't think Austin's going to care where he is either.
Does that just lengthen the lineup?
Absolutely. When you put Austin wherever down there, it links into really good. I like it. I like Profar leading off. He takes a walk, got a single, leads off, and I think he had a really good year last year leading off. So, yeah, I kind of like the flow of what that does right now.
You got those hits in front of Ozzie. That's what you're hoping to get.
Yeah, exactly. Those guys have been having really good at bats, both of them. So you know what? If you do good and you produce, you're going to play. And I think we can keep them both. They're both the bats in the lineup and not wear either one up out catching, as we know is getting really hot. And so it could be a nice little tandem.
Pros you've seen in the game.
Yeah, that was. I mean, his accuracy is stupid. I mean, it's just, and I've said that. I remember when he was a kid and he came and he would come with us on trips. And I remember TP and I were sitting in Jupiter one day, and he made a play down the line there and threw somebody out at second. And I remember asking TP, I said, "Who is that?" And it was Ronald. And I've said a long time that he's, because we had him in center field, but I said he's a weapon in right field because his arm is so strong and accurate. The ball carries, release is good. I mean, he's special out there. Like I say, he's a weapon.
Has Iglesias?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's throwing really good now, and so I'll probably, I've been leaning on him late, so I probably still will.
What can you tell? Probably it's not easy doing that great catch in the 19th inning against the
Well,
Yankees.
he made some really good plays in St. Louis when he came out. I mean, I think that's probably his best position. We've been moving him around just for versatility for him. I think it'll benefit him, but in talking to all the minor league guys and what I've seen now, that's where he's most comfortable, I think, and has the most confidence. He played when we signed him. He was a third baseman, and he does. He's got his arm's accurate, and like you say, you saw the play tonight. There was a couple of plays in St. Louis over the weekend that were really, really nice plays that he made. So he's a really good third baseman.
Anything else?
Thanks,
Thank you.
That was your Braves recap. Hope you enjoy. See you guys down the road. Remember, always catch the recaps, Boss Man Show, BS3TVLive.com, BS3 Network, and the Believe Network. See you.